The Arctic, written and illustrated by Miss Jean's class, Hillel Day School 2012-2013. Dedicated to our friends and family at Hillel Day School. Thank you, Mrs. Rose and Maura Shira, for creating these beautiful Arctic scenes in the art room. This book was created by a unique group of first graders. The students chose topics from the Arctic to research. They collected articles, books, and pictures to better help them understand the Arctic. The students then wrote their ideas using the information they had learned. The students began this process by writing a rough draft, revising, editing, and finally publishing this book for you to enjoy. We hope that you have learned something new and will share this book with your family and friends. Miss Jane and Mrs. Whitstone.
The Arctic is a polar region located at the northernmost part of the Earth. The Arctic is located around the North Pole.
There are 8 countries that are part of the Arctic: Russia, Canada, United States, Denmark, Norway, Finland, Sweden, and Iceland. In the Arctic, there is a lot of snow. In the water, there are icebergs. In the summer, you can see a few trees and plants. The Arctic has a large tundra. In the Arctic, you can see small mountains.
There is a lot of ice and snow in the Arctic. The sea ice covers about 1.232 million square miles, or 24% of the surface of the Arctic Ocean.
The Arctic is larger than North America. The Arctic is about 5,427,000 square miles. The weather in the Arctic is, of course, very cold. In the Arctic, they have long, cold winters and short, cool summers. The temperatures in the Arctic are tundra climate temperatures. They vary between 50 degrees and 32 degrees Fahrenheit. They also experience ice cap weathers, negative 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
In the Arctic, you can get many types of weather. In the winter, you can feel freezing winds. In the summer, you will get cooler temperatures, but it is still cold in the winter. There is no sunlight, so there is no heat from the sun. In the summer, the sun never sets and it is always sunny. It's still going.
In the Arctic, you can see different types of trees, bushes, and flowers. The Arctic plants are short and grow close together. In the Arctic, you can find cotton grass, Arctic poppy, bear, and Arctic fir. People in the Arctic go from place to place in many different ways. Before they had modern ideas, people used skis, snowshoes, and sleds to get around today. People use snowmobiles, fiberglass boats, and sometimes cars. Eskimos are part of the Inuit culture. There are also scientists who are trying to discover new things in the Arctic. People have lived in the Arctic since it was discovered 40,000 years ago. People in the Arctic live in many different houses. Some people live in igloos, houses made of ice, while others live in houses similar to ours today. People in the Arctic eat many different foods. The Inuits hunt for whale food. They eat seal, walrus, whale, polar bear, and different meats. The Inuit people wore warm clothes made out of caribou seal skin and polar bear fur. They wear parkas, gloves, and boots. The Arctic hare lives in the Arctic. A hare has white fur and pointy ears. The Arctic hare's fur changes color. It is white in the winter and brown in the summer. In the winter, the hare eats woody plants and moss. In the spring, they eat bark and berries. There are 4 subspecies of the Arctic hare. The Arctic hare can run 40 miles per hour. The polar bear has a unique name, Ursus marinus. A male polar bear is larger than a female. Their fur is soft like a blanket. Polar bears have white fur, long necks, and small eyes. Polar bears are carnivores. They eat seals, walruses, and sea lions, but they will eat anything. Polar bears live in snow and ice too. A snowy owl lives in the North Pole. A snowy owl is a bird with white feathers. It's so white that it's camouflaged in the snow. The snowy owl likes pretty ears and white foxes. And at night, the snowy owl built his nest on the ground. The wolverine is rarely seen in the Arctic. They can be seen mostly in Canada. Wolverine has bad sight. They are very slow and clumsy. A wolverine eats leftover food that bears leave behind. They also eat berries, roots, and plants.
Glossary. Camouflage. Blending in so one is not seen. Caribou, an Arctic reindeer. Carnivore, an animal that feeds on flesh. Muzzle, the nose of an animal. Parka, a heavy winter coat. Permafrost, a thick layer of soil that stays frozen through the year. Tundra, a treeless plain. The word tundra comes from a Finnish word. Tusk, a long pointed tooth that hangs out of the mouth. The end, and hope you enjoyed the book.